Good morning, everyone. Welcome to So Great Saturday. This is the grooviest show on Saturday morning, a chance to kick off your weekend doing something fun, and we are so happy you're here. Thank you for that. I'm Colleen from GEDesigns, and I'm so excited to be with you this morning. We've got some so great ideas, a so great show and tell, and we have two producers. Let's say good morning to the producers. Good morning, producers.
Hello, hello, everyone.
How groovy you guys are. Look at y'all.
How you doing, Colleen?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, I got my chain too.
Nice, nice. Look at you guys.
Feeling groovy.
Feeling groovy. Do you will have to sing that song? You know, there's a song called Feeling Groovy.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, there is. So this is also the multi-generational show, so we got a lot going on. So what's your snack this morning, guys?
We're going to get straight into it. We have...
This is called Noah Krop. It is an Icelandic chocolate candy that's been my favorite since I was a kid. And I always bring it back for everyone at GE to enjoy.
Thankfully, otherwise we wouldn't get any.
It is very good.
So now it's the official favorite snack of the producers, so that's fun. So no baking this week. We thought maybe there'd be a recipe.
Not this week. I was
not
busy
this month.
traveling.
Yeah, you have been busy.
We were a little busy.
Yes, you have been busy.
Next time. I'll give it to you now. Next time we will bake something.
Okay.
We will make something for you guys.
All right.
Look at it. Well, it could be made here in the microwave.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's more my speed.
Yeah.
I don't know if Geesley's too happy about my promise I already made.
I know. Look at him like, ooh, I'm feeling a little tension over there. All right. What else do you have for us?
Oh, yeah, we do get something else.
Well, we would like to announce last month's winner for our prize, our So Great prize, is...
Penny Ray!
Woohoo! Yay, Penny!
And she should already have her present by now, or gift.
Prize.
All three.
All three, yeah.
And then reminder, all you have to do is comment below, and we will pick one at random and announce it on the next show. And this month, we have this wonderful To the Sea Fat Eighth bundle.
Nice.
And
A
a Stripology hat. Or visor.
Nice visor.
Not a hat. A
That's
visor.
cool. That's a good ponytail hat right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
I might need to grow a ponytail for
You
it.
might. You could pull off that man bun thing.
I should try it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we have a question today. What's our question, guys?
Our question today is, where would you like to go in Canada and why? And the question will make a little bit more sense once we introduce the pattern for this month. But my answer for that is I really want to go to either Whistler or Vancouver to go snowboarding, of course. It's on the bucket list. And then where do you want to go?
I'm kind of in the same boat, also for snowboarding, but also the summer views too. But Banff is on my bucket list, and that's not even just Canada bucket list. That is everything.
Life bucket. Yes,
It's
absolutely.
so beautiful there.
Oh gosh.
What about you, Miss Colleen?
So my list is someplace I've been before, to the Ontario provincial parks on the north shore of Lake Superior. So beautiful. So beautiful. So one year we did what's called the Circle Tour. So we drove around Lake Superior. It's about an 10-day trip. If you've got more time, it's better. But the Ontario provincial parks are so beautiful. And you just basically pull up your RV, open the door, and step out and look at the lake.
That sounds amazing.
Sounds beautiful.
So we have plans. To travel to Canada. We sure do.
Maybe
Let
we
us know
take
in the comments.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go in Canada?
Or have
And
you
if you're
been to any of them?
we probably have some folks watching who are from Canada, so we don't want to forget that some of you are already there. So let us know where you're from. Well, every week, or I should say every month during our So Great Saturday show, we feature a new or different So Great pattern. So we have a So Great pattern to share with you. So this month's So Great pattern is actually two. it's Alberta and Little Alberta, and they are both really fun patterns, really fun to make, and I've got some tips for how to make the block turn out just perfectly, and we love this. So we'll be featuring Alberta and bundles to use to make Alberta and some great Alberta ideas as we go along. So Alberta and Little Alberta are our features today. So you might have guessed Alberta because the quilt behind me is Alberta. And I picked that sample in particular because it has a dark background. I think this is just striking. I love this one. And then the quilt behind the producers is Hang Glide. And Hang Glide is from the book Strip Your Stash. And it is made out of Sea Sisters. So that's another nod to something coming up in the show later. But Hang Glide is so cool, scrappy with that really cool green accent. Love it. Love it.
I really like Sea Sisters too.
Yes, for sure.
It's a good one.
So as we did last time, we want to talk a little bit about Alberta and famous Albertans. And the reason Alberta got its name actually is when Gudrun was writing the Alberta pattern, she was teaching in Alberta, Canada. So that's where the question came up from Canada. And so that's how Alberta got its name. I always love those stories.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I love the stories behind all of them too.
I do too. Just gives them so much meaning and so much more fun. And so the stories are great. And then, so that is how Alberta came to be. So let's look at just two famous Albertans. I'm assuming people from Alberta are called Albertans. What do you guys think?
It sounds right.
I don't think they'll be like Albertanites.
Albertanites.
I think we'll call them Albertans.
Albertans.
And you'll
That
all
sounds good to
correct
me.
us if we're way off. So the first one that comes to mind for me is a famous person by the name of Michael J. Fox. And here he is. And he's famous in all kinds of ways, right?
Oh yeah. I had no idea he was from Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, he talks about that a lot because he played hockey and, all kinds of fun Canada things. He's famous for, of course, his TV and movies. And then most recently for the Michael J. Fox Foundation, he's raised, I think, $1 billion for Parkinson's research. So
Oh wow.
great human being all around. We love great human beings.
Yeah, really.
Next up is another performer, another one of my favorites. This is K.D. Lang. And K.D. Lang is a singer. Are you guys familiar with K.D. Lang?
I am not.
I'm not
So-
I
either.
think I might recognize it if I heard it.
You will. And so I have homework for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Go to YouTube and search K.D. Lang at the Olympics. She did a beautiful, when the Olympics were in Canada, she did a beautiful performance there. So check out K.D. Lang. So cool. So cool.
I know the name. The name sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just-
she's been around a long time. And then we have a famous Albert. Let's see the famous Albert. You don't know this guy, but he's famous because he's my dad, and his name is Albert. And there I am, a long time ago when I had hair that was a color, not gray, and I almost got named Alberta.
Wow.
I know, we could be standing here and you could be saying, how you doing, Miss Alberta? And I'd say, good. So,
Not
yeah,
Colleen.
so I got the name Colleen because we had a neighbor with red hair that my mom liked. So that's how I got the name Colleen. And she did not want me named Alberta. So there's the most famous Albert in my life, and that's my dad. So
Beautiful.
He's a
watching
good
us
one,
from
right?
heaven, watching us on TV in heaven,
Yep.
as all
On
moms
TV.
and dads do. So I love that. So thanks, guys, for all of that fun. So, yeah. So next up is Sew and Tell. Let's take a look. Sew and Tell is one of my favorite parts of our show, and I pull these pictures from GE Crew on Facebook. So Gudrun's Quilt Crew on Facebook. If you're not a member, you haven't found that page, go out and search for it. And so many great ideas and tips and advice. If you're ever looking for a pattern in a particular image on a particular pattern, you can search in the crew. So I searched Alberta, and here are some of the wonderful images that came up. First up, we have an Alberta on a bed with a white background, so nice contrast to the one we have behind us. This is Lisa, and she did Alberta in a bundle called Willow Hollow. Do you remember Willow Hollow? Gisli, does it look somewhat familiar?
A while ago.
Yeah.
It does look familiar.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Love it. Love how it's hanging off the bed. Great job, Lisa. Thanks for that.
That was before my time.
Before your time, yeah. Next up is Bonnie, and here's her Alberta. Nice photo on the fence, and then again that white background just gives that beautiful contrast in those Alberta blocks. And then we have more of a red and black combination here from Sarah, and that one has a border on it, which is also a beautiful ad, and again, great picture out in the wild. We love that. And I think we have one more Alberta, and here is Suzanne, and this is her Alberta in a quilt show, and how pretty is that? Very sort of low volume, isn't this one? So not as much contrast, but you can just see how this block behaves in all kinds of different applications. I really love this one.
I like that one a lot too.
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
I like the kind of pastel colors.
Then we
spring
have
colors.
some little Albertas. First up is Shelley, and she's got her little Alberta, and she shows you the backing as well of her little Alberta. So little Alberta is made from beginning with a 5-inch square, whereas Alberta is made beginning with a 10-inch square. So that gives you an idea of the scale here. Great job, Shelley. And then Helen, and Helen also did this fun little Alberta. Great fun quilting on this. Looks very tossed in the colors, and I really like this one a lot. And another little Alberta, and here's one with a dark background. More littles with dark background than on the large quilt. So that's just also a nice tip. If you are thinking about making a quilt and you're wondering how do dark backgrounds behave, do a little, and then you have a great sense of the look without having a whole quilt that you may or may not be particularly fond of the result. So this is Loria and Little Alberta. Love it with that grayish background. Very cool. And this is a friend from Minnesota. This is Robin, and Robin has Little Alberta with a really dark contrast to her blocks, so a really black background. Love that one. And the next one up is Sandy, and Sandy did a gray background, so more tone on tone here, but still really I really love this one as well. So it just gives you an idea of low contrast, high contrast, darks, lights, how they play together. Great idea. So that's our Sew and Tell for this month. If you haven't made Alberta, I hope you're getting excited about it now. It is really a fun block to make, and like I said, in the quilt size or in the little size. So the Alberta pattern includes sizes in crib up to king, and so it's very easy to upsize and downsize this one. And then little Alberta makes a runner that is 17.5 by 42.5. Obviously, add more blocks, take blocks away. This is one of those patterns that you can really custom your layout and your size based on how many blocks you want to make. So fun. So let's look at some bundle ideas for Alberta. That's what's next on our list, guys.
It is indeed.
It is indeed.
It is.
So,
Take a look.
pardon me?
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look. So here are some fun bundles. So first up, I have Shades of Autumn. Now, I'm going to pull in a little Alberta block so you get an idea of what that shape looks like. So if I look at this, it kind of looks like a tulip. We can even look at the larger block. It kind of looks like a tulip. It also kind of looks leafy to me, depending on how you're interpreting this shape. So I think this would be a great quilt in an autumn color. So this is Shades of Autumn. Right. And so the accent I chose as one idea is dry brushed whipped cream. move that over so you can see that a little bit better. So how cool is this if you wanted to go light? Because there's so much color here, I personally would probably be inclined to not go very dark. I would probably go light on the background, and how beautiful would that be in this, all of these autumn prints. Next up is Abstract. Now Abstract I specifically picked because it's cool and because it's one of those lines that I think you could go light on the background or you could go dark on the background, either way. So here are a couple of ideas for Abstract. If you wanted to go, this goes in the collection, sorry. If you wanted to go light, I picked Grunge Eggshell. Now, grunge is always an easy go-to because it's got so much texture and we have so many colors of grunge. So this would be a fun light, Grunge Eggshell. And then if we wanted to go dark, we could go Spotted Black. Wouldn't that be striking? What do you guys think?
I like it. I think if I was going to do it, I would definitely go with a light background.
Would you?
Yeah.
That's your fave? That's your
I think that
vibe?
would look really good with the colors and...
I like the dark background.
Yeah. Well, that's what's fun about this, and you can play around and try out different solutions, which I really love. And that's again why I do a lot of littles, because then I can feel like I can take risks that I might not take in a whole size quilt. So the dark I have, another one of the darks is Grunge Black Dress. So Grunge Black Dress is maybe tough to distinguish in the light, but Spotted Black a little lighter, Grunge Black Dress a little darker. So any of those three would be great options. Next up, keeping with what I think the Alberta block to me looks most like a tulip. So of course I pulled Tulip Fields. And how pretty is this? So Tulip Fields, I think I would go with your preference here, KP. And I've got two options. I'm eager to hear you guys tell me which one you think is best. So if I were going to go light, I could go light in a yellow. Now actually it's called Swiss Dot La Creme. So it's kind of a creamy background, and this actually has itty bitty yellow dots, which I can see that you can see that on the screen, or just a white. This is called Cotton Clouds Firework. So there is the white. What do you guys think of a yellow or a white here for a background?
I think both of them look great.
Either one?
I kind of like the cream one.
Yeah, it's not as stark, and so it's not going to be as much contrast as in the white. But if you love white, that's going to work great for you too.
I'm opposite. I'm going to
You're
say
opposite?
the white again.
You're going to say white?
Yep. I really like the light.
I do too. Next up is Quaint Cottage. And I think this is one of those really beautiful collections. I'm going to turn this one around so you can see the houses right side up. How fun is that? And this beautiful collection of cinnamon and this teal and then this dark midnight. So pretty. All right. So the contrast. So the background I chose for Quaint Cottage is something a little unexpected. London Calling Tiny Tonals. How fun is that? So this has a bit of a print, as you can see. Nice. But I think it works great with this Quaint Cottage. What do you guys think?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
You're sticking with the light, and so far you're liking that one.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like the light ones, light backgrounds.
Yeah. And then finally, keeping with, again, the flower shape of the Alberta, I have this last one. This is Sunflower Meadow. And Sunflower Meadow is a beautiful collection that goes from a black, isn't that wonderful, to a typography, sunflowers, of course, greens, these oranges, burnt oranges, and into this really luscious yellow. So for Sunflower Meadow, I chose Canvas Whitewash. You'll like that, KP, because it's the white one again. And I pulled out the white because I thought it was really fit best with the white that shows up in this particular collection. So here are some awesome ideas for Alberta. I think they would all be really beautiful. You could even pull the yellow over here. That looks nice too,
Yeah.
right?
I think that last bundle, it's got so much color, but they all look so good together.
Yes, yeah. So that would be great. So that's my pull for great bundles for Alberta. Next up, tips and tools for making beautiful Albertas. Let's take a look. So if you are going to make Alberta, there are a couple of things you really need. You need a Stripology ruler. Let's just be clear. It's going to be so much better if you have a Stripology ruler handy. You need a rotary cutter with a sharp blade. As always, this is the one I go to most often when I'm just squaring up blocks and doing not a lot of layers. My 45 blade is just right, my 45 millimeter blade. To make beautiful Alberta blocks, there are some great tools that are going to be helpful. First off, Best Press. So here's the sprayer for Best Press. Best Press is a great clear starch and sizing alternative. And as it says on the label, this happens to be the scent-free version, which actually is my favorite. I really appreciate the scent-free. We also have Best Press in scented versions, so when you go to shop, you can pick your favorite. This will last you a long time. It's a great press, and how I use this is I spray my fabric with Best Press, and then I let it dry, and then I press it, and then I let it dry again. And then my fabric is really nice and crisp and handles really well. So that's my tip of the day for pressing. My other tips of the day for tools are your Stripology ruler, and for this one I'm using the squared for Alberta, and I'm using the squared mini for Little Alberta. Also, of course, the GE stickers, and I'll show you those too. And finally, in addition to your rotary cutter and sharp blade, I use a rotating mat for cutting Alberta. And let's look at how that works. The rotating mat that we have at GE is, of course, the Creative Grids self-healing mat. I'll hold it down here. Here's the self-healing mat. And it is a really wonderful rotating mat. It's a great size, actually, 14 by 14. So that's the one we have available. I have one in my toolkit that's an older mat, but I didn't want to open up one because I thought that might be wasteful. I want you all to have that one available in your cart if you have it. So we are aiming to get an Alberta block that looks perfect, just like this one. I'm going to move my mat over here and put my block here so we can see it. And then let's go to the pattern. The pattern tells me exactly how to lay this out and where to do my cuts. So if you look at my mat, I have my block here, and I've got a couple of stickers on the ruler. And the pattern tells me to center my block in the 9-inch square on my ruler. So this is another tip. If you aren't using your Stripology rulers for squaring up your blocks, get them out and use that, because this is the best squaring up tool that you have. So my first cuts for the block, and now that I have this centered, I pay attention to the fact that I've got the diagonal line right on that seam, and I'm going to cut on 0, 4.5, and 9. So 0, 4.5, and 9. Close my blade. So now I've done my cut on 0, 4.5, and 9, and I'll pick up my ruler very carefully. Now this is another reason why the starching is so helpful, because I can move my ruler and I can take away my scrap and the block won't wiggle on me. Now I didn't go through all the threads on this one, so let me cut this thread. Okay. And pull this scrap away, and then I'll put these back together so they are perfect, and there they are. Now I will rotate my mat 1/4 of a turn, and I'll put my ruler on top of this. Now that I have this turned, let me lay my ruler on top. And I start by finding my 9-inch square. It's a black square right here, so cleverly laid out with those stickers. So I want my diagonal now to be right on point in the 9. So here is, this is the 9, here is 0, 0, and now I'll cut this like I did the first cut, 0, 4.5, and 9. I think it's time to replace my blade. All right, I'll pull that over, and now I have these beautiful squares. Look at that. Isn't that magic?
Crazy how that works.
Isn't that amazing?
Absolute magic.
So here's the Alberta block. Now I'll put this together just like this. And how fun is this? So this is the large block. So then sewing these all together according to the pattern, of course, and it's just that easy. And what I love about this is because I trim these to size, everyone is absolutely perfect. Let's do the same process with the mini. So here's my mini, and I'll put this here, and here's the, oops. So I'll put the block down, and then I'll bring in the ruler, laying the ruler right on top. And this one I'm trimming to 4.5 by 4.5. So I have my corners marking here. My first cuts will be 0 and 5.5. So I'm on either side of my 4.5 square. So it was, 1 and 5.5. Now I'll take away my scrap, which was very little on that side, do my rotation, and then my second cut, I'll show you the image here. The second cut, I'm going to use my ruler again. Now I am putting my 4.5 in here, and let me see, stop for that for a second. Oh. So my second cut is to square it up on the other side. 1 and 5.5. Now, pull away the scrap. So in order to, now I've got it, now it's square, and now we're going to do our subcutting by turning the ruler around, and I'll put the so let's do this. Let me start in this direction to do the subcutting. I'm placing my ruler with the black marks down here, and let me read this again. Sorry, guys. Align on the 0, and I'm going to cut through 2 1/4. So now to cut this block into squares, I'll align the ruler on the 0, on the dotted line here, and on the horizontal line here. And now I'm going to cut. And now I'm going to cut through the 2 1/4. I'll pick that up, rotate my mat. And why am I doing this? Because this is a block that's a 1/2 inch measure. It's 4.5. So this is how I want to be sure that I'll get that that cut in the right spot. So on the 2.5 again. And if I move this ruler, then there is my little. So the red one goes down here, and this one goes here, and this one goes here, and this one goes here. So that is how easy it is to make Alberta and Little Alberta. Isn't that fun? And once you get the rulers, what I call stickered up, then you just look at the rulers, look at the stickers, and just keep going. And of course, if you're doing a lot of these time after time, then it'll just become second nature. So the stickers, for sure the best press and your rulers. You can't miss a great opportunity to do this on block. And I even, of course, labeled my ruler Alberta, so I know which one that is. All right, let me put this aside. Well, on So Great Saturday, we're always excited to share a deal with you. Today's deal is the Sea Sisters bundle, and that's why we have Hang Glide behind the producers. Should we show Hang Glide one more time, guys?
Let's do it.
Isn't that pretty? Love it, love it, love it. So let's take a look at So Great Sale this Saturday. We have Sea Sisters in all its glory, and here it is. And Sea Sisters was a bundle club bundle some time ago, and so we have lots of fun images, and we'll show you a few great ideas for using up Sea Sisters and something unexpected. So here is the Sea Sisters bundle, which you can see goes from a very light to a dark and lots in between, and I love, frankly, all of these textures. I love them a lot. In addition to the bundle, we have some 1 yards from the line. So we have Sea Sisters Swirl Indigo. We have Low Tide Dusky Blue, which is this. We have Cloud Cover Gray, which is the first one. And if I were going to use Sea Sisters in Alberta, actually I might use this one as my background. Then we have In the Shallows Aquamarine, which is this print right here. This is my favorite, Urchins Storm Gray. Hands down, this is my favorite texture. Love it. Okay. Then we have Ocean Fragments Multi, which is a fun print. Not in the bundle, but you can see that it absolutely goes with all of these. Sanibel Ocean, love this, love, love, love. All these fun, and this one brings in that sort of green and caramel color, so great. And then Wildflowers Dusky Blue, which is this one right here. So that is a beautiful collection in half yards, as well as 1 yards in Sea Sisters. We also have in Sea Sisters a little bundle. So if you've been itching to do an Alberta, a little Alberta, this would be great. You could add any accent here, and we'll show you some ideas in a pull here for your background, but the bundle is just great. So this will make, for sure would make the little Alberta if you with the add of a background. So that is our sale bundle. What do you guys think?
We love it.
Yeah, I really love this bundle.
I do too. I do too. So so we have 2 pulls today. First up, we have the producer's pull. Let's take a look at that.
Hello, everyone. As you just saw Colleen show you, we have the Sea Sisters bundle here. Very beautiful. Lots of fun colors in here. And today on the So Great Saturday show, Mr. KP and I are going to be doing our very first fabric pull. So bear with us. Some of these colors might not work or might not be quite conventional. We're going to do our best. So the first one that I chose, Dash Flow Blueprint. I thought that this could just go really well. It kind of matches with the navy in here. And this is actually the color of one of my first cars.
Navy blue?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. What do you got?
For my first one, I'm going with Bliss Glacier. It is another Bliss that we already have in the line, but I also thought it would go well with a lot of the other fabrics as well. So it adds another dark into it.
Very nice. Very nice. Kind of to throw it off a little bit, I chose Provision Sage. It kind of has some of these green tones in here and in here, but I liked it. I thought that would go well. So that was one of mine.
If you're going to throw it off a little bit, then I guess I have to as well. So I picked Bumbleberry's Ocean here, which it's a little different than the rest of them, and I thought this is one that might not be the ordinary fabric pull, but it works.
I like it. I also chose the Deco Stitch Indigo Sky. It kind of has like a light blue and a gray, as well as the navy background. And Yeah, especially with these lighter tones over here, I thought it looks pretty good.
Deco Stitch is one of my favorite fabrics.
Shout out Art Gallery.
Shout out Art Gallery. My next one is Chalk and Charcoal Breeze. Just coming back with another lighter one. We can work well here in this blue. Is this canvas here?
I think it's dry brush.
Dry brush? Oh, close. Either way.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks good together.
I like it. Moving on into our kind of lighter tones, I chose Terrain Luna. I thought that this could make either like a good binding or just kind of goes really well with the light gray tones in here. Yeah, Terrain Luna. That's from Color Club.
Another one that's a little bit different and is going to give it a little bit of texture in the fabric would be Floral Elements Khaki. I thought the khaki would look good in here, or some of the lighter ones as well.
I like that one.
Floral Elements, another favorite of mine.
I have Bumbleberry's Studland Seafoam. So we got another Bumbleberries here.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is a lot. And yeah, I just really liked how it looked against the light ones, and then it also draws in some of these grays in the background. Studland
sea urchin
Seafoam,
looking things.
Yeah, whatever those are.
Well, my next one is another kind of darker, well, in between one, I guess. It's a Seedling Sky, and I feel like that just goes really well with all the grays at the end and the darker colors of Sea Sisters.
I like it. And last but not least, I chose Grunge Ash, and as you can see, there's some light blue notes in there, and then it has lighter gray as well as the kind of violet and darker gray. I thought this one just looked great, and yeah, it would make a nice little accent, just like that.
For my final pick, I also went with a grunge, and I went with Grunge Clearwater. It's got another, I guess I kind of had a blue style to mine, but another blue. It's got a little bit of greens in there. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very light green, and just, again, goes well with all of them. Also kind of running out of things to say, so.
Yeah, these are hard. Shout out to everyone who does these fabric polls. This is our first time.
We will get better.
Definitely let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll try to do a fabric poll every week on our own and see if we get any better, or
Every week or every So Great Saturday?
or every So Great Saturday, you're right.
Every week might be too much.
All right, back to the show.
So that was such a fun poll. Great job, guys.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
You're really talented.
It wasn't a bad first one.
It was an awesome first one. I loved your conversation about texture and color and pulling it back into the bundle. I thought all of them would work great. As you know, I really wanted to pull in some darks because I wanted to challenge us to do some dark backgrounds. So I pulled in, for a couple of more dark ideas, Dimple's Midnight Hour. And so here are all the 1 yards, and here's the bundle, and here is the producer's pick. I think, look at what a great job you guys did. Dimple's Midnight Hour, Canvas After Midnight. So this one's a little bit more blue than, but it has that deep blue in it. And then something somewhat unexpected, Starry Smoke. So that has that more smoky, a little more black in this. And then the stars are kind of fun. So Starry Smoke is another fun dark. So I think all of these would make fabulous Albertas.
Yeah, this is a good one. There's a lot that goes with it.
Mm-hmm.
The Sea Sisters.
Should we look at the other quilts that we have from the Sea Sisters collection?
Let's do it.
First up, of course, is Hang Glide, which is behind the producers. Isn't that pretty? And Hang Glide is just such a beautiful quilt. The adds in that green and that turquoise, really fun. And then next up, Nikki. I made a Nikki last year, and it was so fun to make. So this is scrappy with accents. So think of the Sea Sisters being the scrappy and pulling in one dark accent, or it could be one unexpected accent. It could absolutely be your provision sage. It could be your floral elements, khaki. Something really unexpected there as an accent is always makes for fun.
That's an awesome picture.
Isn't that?
On
I
the
know,
water.
man. It makes me want to
the
go to the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm
summer's.
going to a cabin this weekend.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh. After the show, you're heading to the Where is it?
Pine River.
Ooh.
It's one of my friend's cabins.
Oh,
so
fun.
we're
Oh,
going to have
fun.
some fun this weekend.
And then next up in the Sea Sisters collection is Wanda. I haven't made a Wanda, but I looked it up recently. Not hard at all, just the usual. You get out your Stripology rulers and follow the pattern. So this one, the accent is more of a burnt orange. So again, something a little unexpected, but so cool. And then that burnt orange also used for the binding. And I like it's laying on the sand there. I love that.
Yeah, that looks really good.
What a
too.
great way to display Sea Sisters, am I right? And then from Facebook, I pulled Kate Falk's Low Tide runner. So this is Low Tide, and it is from Fast and Furious. And how pretty is that? What a great table runner. This would make a great gift. It makes a great accent. And look at how pretty it is against her grayish walls. Don't you love that?
Looks great.
And I know, GP, you're such a runner aficionado, so
Yeah.
you would love that one.
That is
Interior designer in
He's
him.
an interior designer. Awesome. Love it, love it. So I grabbed a Sea Sisters bundle and made some bags based on recommendation by our very own Karn. Let's see what these look like. So much fun. These are the Strip to the Beach bags. Here's the Strip to the Beach pattern, and this is, we'll make bags in two sizes. The large one is 16 by 16 by 8, and the small one is 12 by 13 by 6. Really fun quilt as you go method. And here's a sneak tip here. I'm doing a virtual class of these bags, so watch for an announcement about this class. I'm so excited. And I think KP will be producing. Awesome. So first up is the large bag. Isn't this fun? So this is my Sea Sisters large Strip to the Beach bag, and I used all of the different fabrics, repeated them in sequence, so it's not too scrappy. I varied from the pattern a little bit by making a whole piece here instead of one more strip. I thought it just needed to calm down a little bit. I did use two different fabrics on the handle. I just think that's, why not, right? How fun is that? And then my lining is this particular print. And of course, it had to get pieced, which you can absolutely do in any place in a pattern. So if you're wondering, can you get this bag out of half yards? Absolutely. And then its cousin, the smaller one. So I did something very scrappy for the first bag, so I thought I would do something a little bit more toned down for the second bag. And this is also quilt as you go. So the bag is made open, so this was really fun cross-hatching here. And then added my strips and my handles, which matched the other bag. And I thought that kept them kind of pulled together. And then here is my lining. So what fun bags these are. And then something a little unexpected. I made a laundry bag, this could be a beach toy bag. So you can put all your sandy beach toys in here and dunk it in the lake and just close it up and carry it home. And when you get home, your toys will all be clean and not sandy.
That's
and
a
the
good
sand
idea.
won't be at the bottom of your bag.
I've never thought about that.
So when you take the class, or we will absolutely have this pattern available for the class and for on our website as well, GEQuiltDesigns.com. So I basically made a topper out of one of the fabrics. I used clothesline for my poles just because I thought that would be kind of cute and goes with the theme and easier than making ties. So that's my bag collection, and like I said, this will be a class coming up. There's the large bag. What do you guys think?
I like it a lot.
Think
Yeah, I
good
really
use
like
of Sea
this one.
Sisters?
Definitely.
And there's the mesh bag.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
get
like
all
you
those.
could easily turn that into a drawstring bag too. Like
Absolutely.
backpack.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, so if we put the ropes and attach them down on the bottom on the sides, absolutely, that would be a great backpack. And there's the smaller bag, so that one's calmer to sort of settle down the collection compared to the large bag. And then there's the threesome. So much fun. So that will, like I said, that will be a class coming up. I hope you like my bags. I love making bags, and I just actually have a hard time stopping. It's really my favorite thing. So we're coming to the end, but we have a couple things we want to remind you. First of all, what's the prize today, guys?
We have the To the Sea Fat Eighth bundle from Moda.
Nice.
We have the Stripologist visor, as Mr. KP is rocking
Nice.
right now. And then, of course, you're going to need the Alberta pattern, so you will get that as well. Just
There you
comment down
go.
below.
There
We'll
you
take a win.
go. So
And we'll
if you
get that
haven't
right
al-
to you.
Pardon me?
We'll get that right to you.
Yes, so if you haven't commented, it's not too late. Add a couple of comments, and we'll put all the comments in our random prize generator, and we'll ship that off to the lucky winner. So thank you for hanging out with us. We also want to remind you of some things that are coming up at GE. We've got, first of all, the Billy Quilt-Along, an in-person class, will be August 15th here at GE in Chaska from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Billy was our focus last month, and that was so much fun. It's a fun quilt to make, so you might take advantage of that. I also put in the low tide image there, so if you wanted to make that low tide runner, you can get the PDF pattern and the video class at gequiltdesigns.com. And that's a really fun runner, and I've made a lot of those, and they always turn out cute. So much fun. What else is going on, guys?
We got FanFest coming up.
Holy schmoly, yes, we do.
I know, that's going to be a big one.
I think it's a month away about, right?
About,
yeah,
actually.
In between now and then, we'll be in Madison.
Yeah.
If you're in the Wisconsin area, come and see us at the Great Quilt Show and in Madison. And what else do we have coming up?
Oh gosh. what
Next
is there?
week's shows will be. Oh, it's a 3-show week.
Or it is a 4-show week next week.
Yes, 4-show
so
week.
make sure to tune in for Tipsy Tuesday, 1 Yard Wednesday, Perfect Pair, and Happy Friday.
Holy cow!
Get to start your week out with us lovely people.
Aren't you
I guess
nice?
On
Aren't you
Saturday,
nice?
kind of.
Hey, listen, you'll want to tune in to Tipsy Tuesday next week because we're launching something really fun.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Something really fun, something unexpected.
That's going to be awesome.
You won't want to miss that. Lots going on. And then our next So Great Saturday show will be postponed a week. It'll be a later Saturday because of the FanFest, right? Because of FanFest.
FanFest.
So that will be September
21st.
21st.
I
Thank you.
believe.
September 21st.
The third Saturday,
The
not
third
second.
Saturday instead of the second Saturday. But
We'll show you all some video and some photos from FanFest and
Yeah.
everything that's going on the
Fun.
show.
fun. I can't wait for the chocolate people to be here.
Oh, my goodness.
That's my fave.
Drooling Moose.
Drooling Moose, yes. So listen, thank you everybody for checking us out, for watching us. Give us some thumbs up and hearts. We appreciate that. Don't forget to check us out at Gudrun's Quilt Crew on Facebook and, of course, our YouTube channel. We're always happy to share all of that with you. I'm Colleen from GE Designs, and there are the best producers in the world right there, Mr. KP and Mr. GP. Look at those guys. Oh, good job, guys.
Thank you. You too.
Oh, aren't you nice? We'll see you next time. Grab your Stripology ruler, grab an Alberta pattern, make yourself something wonderful. I know that's what I'll be doing today. Thanks so much from So Great Saturday.